Well, looks like he's already joined us, but Denzel Bentley, everyone, the champion is here. Denzel, um, how's it going? How's life? I know you went back home for a bit to enjoy some time in the sun after your win over Mark Heffron. How was that
Yeah,
for yourself?
lovely, man. It was needed. It was lovely. I enjoyed it. Back to the ground now. Got some unfinished business, and I need to take care of it. So I'm back.
Bef- Before you actually talk about the grind, let's talk about your trip out there. I saw a couple of pictures of you showing your British title out to Azuma Nelson, and there was pictures of you showing a certain tribe's king or a chief the belts, and there was other people of royalty that you were showing the belts out to. How was that trip out there? How did it feel when people sort of embraced you as a champion?
It felt good. It felt good. It kind of made me realize that like this is what comes with it. So the bigger I get, the bigger all of that gets. So it added a little bit of pressure, but like good. Like cool. I gotta make not the family now. Everyone that I've introduced into this world, or everyone that's accepted me into their world, make them proud, and just continue to do what I'm doing because everyone that I met, was proud of me, proud of my achievements. So next time I'm out there, I gotta go there with another belt, or with more achievements or something.
Denzel, you mentioned getting back to the grind and unfinished business. We know the Boxing Board of Control orders came out this week, putting to purse bids a fight between yourself and the Commonwealth
Yeah.
champion, Felix Cash. But there's immediately been skeptics on social media saying the fight's not going to happen because you're with rival promoters. What can you tell us?
Uh, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's just on a bit of a delay.
There's a bit of a delay. It's fine.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, cool. So, for me personally, I'm game. I'll take it. I've spoken a few interviews talking about I'd fight Felix Cash. I haven't heard in any interviews him saying he would fight me. Uh, Not saying that he wouldn't. I'm just saying that I'm more keen to fight him than he is me in it. So at the end of the day, things can get made. Rival promoters doesn't really mean anything. How many fighters have you seen fight on other shows? Especially the fact it's gone to purse bids. It just means that both promoters are either gonna, they're either gonna bid or they're gonna or someone's gonna pull out their fighter. I'm not vacating my belt, so the fight's gonna have to go on my side. The promoters ain't got to work together to try and put a show on. It's whoever wins the bid and whoever wins the purse bids gets the fight. So in that sense, it should be easier to get made. It's not like both promoters are having to speak to each other and having to talk about, oh, okay, let's what can we do here to make this? It's down to purse bids. Whoever wins the purse bids, the fight gets made. So hopefully that's the situation. No one gets pulled out the purse bids and we get to have the fight.
I hope we get to see that fight. It's going to be a great fight, nonetheless. You were one of the success stories of 2020, winning that title, whilst a lot of other people didn't fight. But another story, or one of the biggest things that came out of 2020, was the exhibition fight that took place between Roy Jones Jr. and Mike Tyson. It looks like 2021, we might be seeing a lot more of that. We've seen Evander Holyfield, who seems to be training, calling out Mike Tyson. What do you make of this rise of exhibition fights that seem to be happening and look to be happening in 2021?
I think they're quite funny. I think the first time I heard it was KSI and Logan Paul, and I think I was on the same side as everyone else. Disrespecting the sport and blah blah blah, all that rubbish. But at the end of the day, it's just a bit of fun, man. It's nothing serious. It's an exhibition. It don't go on no one's record. No one's trying to be a world champion out of it. It's just what it is. Like, let it be fun. If you don't want to watch it, then don't put it on there. Like, it's as simple as that. No one's forcing it down your throats. It's not taking the limelight off of real fights. It's not taking the dates off of real fights. It's not taking the money off of real fights. It just is what it is. People just want to get in there and have fun and do what they do. If they got in the gym and done it in the gym, would it be a problem? No. So let them do what they're doing.
So Denzel, with that in mind, non-boxers, celebrities, who out there, if you could pick anyone, would you like to have an exhibition fight with? Who would you most like to punch with?
Me? Nah, I don't know. I'm worried about real fighters and like being the world champion. Maybe when I'm retired, you can ask me that when I want to have a bit of fun. But right now, I need to achieve my goals before I start thinking about all of that celebrity stuff. I need to become who I feel like I can become. But I'm not writing off. Maybe when I'm retired one day, I might feel like, hey, let's have a little dance around for me. But right now, nah, I'm not focused on that.
Actually, Denzel, before we let you go, want your opinion on YouTubers fighting. We saw Jake Paul was on the undercard of Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr., and we know the sort of numbers that he attracts. Is it a good thing for boxing? Is it a bad thing for boxing? There's been many debates on different platforms. What's your take on it?
Like I said, if they just keep it fun and do what they're doing, there's nothing wrong with it. He's quite good. He just got that knockout he had that day was a bit. That's better knockouts than I've seen in a real fight, real boxing fight. But obviously, he's fighting someone that's never boxed before. But if he's really trying to box and become a champion and, you know what I'm saying, like excel in the sport, it takes a lot more than just, you know, putting on a 6-rounder and trying to go for another YouTuber. But at the end of the day, they'll find out eventually. If they want to do it, go for it. Do it. He's young enough. Feel free. If he wasn't a YouTuber and he just tried to box and he won the title, everyone in the boxing would be like, oh, he's done well to come from no amateur fights to do this and blah, blah, blah. But it's because, you know, people are feeling like he's taking all the money. He's not. People that are watching are YouTubers. Like, I see it as boxing is for nobody apart from the guys that dare to do it. It's not for the rich, it's not for the poor, it's not for this, it's not for that, it's not for anyone. It's for anyone that dares to do it. And if he dares to try and be great, tell him to go for it. If he's not good enough, he'll find out. If he is, we'll find out. That's just how it is. That's how I see it.
Listen, before we let you go for this segment, what do you want to happen in 2021? What's your ideal plan for 2021?
2021. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of things. There's so much in mind that I feel like I want to do this year. I want to defend my title. I want to box for the European. I want to move closer to a world title by the end of the year. It's just, you know, like you have things in your mind, but when you achieve something, it's like more things pop in your mind. Like, oh, damn, I've got the British now. Just open doors for so many other avenues. And you just look at all the avenues that open the doors for. Like, I'm world ranked. I'm highly ranked in Britain. There's good domestic fights I can have. There's potential routes I can take to get higher ranked in the world rankings. But I think originally, I'd like to defend my British. Don't matter how many times, once, 3 times, don't matter. Just defend it, fight for the European, and then eventually, by the end of the year, move on closer towards, you know, maybe a world title.
Good stuff. Well, Denzel, I want to thank you for joining us and wish you the very best luck. Whoever the next opponent is, Felix Cash, if you're watching this, you need to get on an interview and say you want the fight, basically, because that's what Denzel's being polite, but what he's saying is he's telling everyone he wants it, but you haven't said the same yet. So let's hear it.
I'm just speaking the facts. I ain't saying anything that you know that no one hasn't seen. So
Denzel,
we can always rely on Denzel for the facts.
Thank you, Denzel, for joining us, and hopefully in the future, whenever your next fight gets announced, we'll bring you back on the show.
Nice one. Thank you.
So, man, cheers, Denzel.
All right, take care.